This video is going to present a brief overview of the Swim Team US meet management functionality. So we're going to start from basically the very beginning, where we're going to set up a swim meet in the system. And it's really nothing more than adding an event to the calendar. So I'm going to go to the swim meets page, and rather than adding a new one, I'm going to go to an existing one and edit it, simply because it'll save some time for now, but you'll get the same form. You can see you can enter the event name, the date and time of the event. Down here you'll enter the information about the meet. Note that you can pick the opposing team. Your league will have a drop down that contains all the teams in your league, and then the meet entry template. And the meet entry template is preloaded. Since your league is likely to have the exact same events for every dual swim meet, and even the championship meet in many cases, the template is already loaded. If there's more than one, you can select from whatever templates are available in here. And that's pretty much it. You are ready to start entering your swimmers in the meet once you've set up the meet on the calendar. So you'll hit save, close it, and you've got a meet. Now, to perform the meet management functions, we're going to go to the site console, where the site administrator, or sometimes the coach, can actually enter the swimmers into the events. So we're going to go to the main console area, down to meet administration, and click on meet management, where we'll reveal another set of icons for meet management. And the first thing we need to do is select the meet that we're going to work on. I'm going to select a meet. And then you can see down here the different meet entry options. We've got meet entry by swimmer, by event, relays. You can import and export, and then we've got some reports available as well. Let's do meet entry by event, since that's probably the most common and quickest way to enter your swimmers into the meet. You've got some meet information at the top of the form, and then next you can select the events that you want to work on first. You can even filter the swimmers that are going to come back in this list based on whether or not they RSVP'd positively or not. And let's go look at the 8 and under boys 25 freestyle. Common thing, you might actually just go ahead and add all swimmers to the event. So we're going to click on add all swimmers. You can see all of those swimmers have been added. I may decide that I'm going to take a couple out because those children might be better at some different strokes. So I've taken a couple out. We can go to 25 backstroke. Let's add all the swimmers again. And again, I might remove a couple other kids who are going to perform different events. You can see that the best times are already in the system for them, where they have a best time, and those best times transfer over to where they've been entered. There's numbers over here. The first one is age. The second one is how many events they've been entered in. So it's very easy to see when someone's been entered into multiple events, and you can also you won't be able to add more than the maximum allowed, which you can see is up here, 4 events. So if I enter Connor in the IM, I can even give Connor a time first, and we'll do that, and then add Connor. And now Connor will be in 3 events. So when we go down here to another event, you'll see Connor's in 3. We'll add him again. And now you'll see that Connor can no longer be added because he's got 4 events. So that's how you set up swimmers into events. You can then go on to, say, the girls, and continue the process. Once you've got all your swimmers entered as you like, the next thing you'll probably want to do is look at the details report to see who's swimming what. And there's a couple of ways to look at that. This is the details report, so it'll have each swimmer listed out one at a time in alphabetical order. Of course, you can filter, so you can pull back just certain age groups. You can organize it by event instead of swimmer and things of that nature. You can even show proof of times if that's necessary. You can see what each swimmer is swimming as we move down the list, including their seed time. Okay. Now, the other important thing about this form is this is where you would indicate that you are ready to merge with the other team. So in this case, I'm the away team, and the other team will not be able to merge the meet until I click the ready to merge checkbox. And unlike the old days with high tech, where you might have done a file swap and you might have been on the phone making sure that you're doing things at the exact same time so no one gains an advantage over the other, this is really simple, because when you're ready, you just click ready to merge. The other team will not be able to see any of your entries until they actually create the heat sheet. When they do so, it will be available immediately to both teams, so that no one would gain an advantage over the other. And after the initial merge, the teams cannot remerge unless they've just agreed to do so and then recheck the ready to merge button. So it's really that simple and that secure in terms of merging your meat. So now we're going to go over to the home team. This is the Lightning Bolt site, and the home team is always the one that actually performs the merge, and we're going to click on the merge meat entries, and we'll pull it up. The status says already merged. I've already merged this as a test meat, but otherwise it would let you know that it had not yet been merged. The other team that we were working on the entries for, we indicated that it was ready to merge. That's why that checkbox is checked, and this team cannot alter that. So if it was not checked, the Lightning Bolts would not be able to perform the merge. The Lightning Bolt team also indicates they're ready to merge, and then there's a few of the rules that are available are shown here. Typically they're set by the league, and then all you got to do is hit the merge button. It takes about 20 to 30 seconds to get all the kids into their proper heat and lane assignments, and you're pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to close this, and we'll look at the heat sheet for this event. And you can see it looks very much like a heat sheet that you would be used to from Hi-Tech. You've actually got some display options. So this is a 3-columnar format. You can go to 2 columns. You can also hide the times on the sheet, hide the relay letter if you like. You can show estimated start times for each event on the heat sheet. So you have some options there. You can add time standards if there are any available. This one is just team records. In the future, you'll be able to add advertisements to the printed heat sheet, and we can filter too. You don't have to print the whole heat sheet. You can do events 1 through 5, 1 through 10, whatever. You can do it just by lanes if you like. This heat sheet can also be used to enter places or times if you like. So you could have just, you could print out 6 heat sheets, 1 per lane, something like that. You can do gender and age group filters. Okay. If you want to print it, it does print to PDF, as many of the reports do. So if I hit print, what it's actually going to do is recreate it in PDF, at which point you'll have the opportunity to print it from there if you like. So the print format obviously gets rid of the filters because those are unnecessary, and it'll put your header at the top of the page with page numbers, the date, and all those sorts of things. And you can see here's your heat sheet, just as you probably are used to seeing it. Next, we're going to move on to results entry. So I'll close the heat sheet down, and you can see that I can enter the meat results. And that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to organize by heat. I think it looks a little nicer if we're just doing a demonstration here. And you see it starts on event 1, and I've got all the swimmers assigned from event 1 here. I've got my clocks. You can have 3 clocks. It's just a setting that I have to change if you want 1, 2, or 3 clocks. Exhibition is a setting whether you want that or not. But here we are, and we can enter up to 2 clocks in this case. So this is 100 IM for 8 and under girls, and so let's just enter some times. Note that you don't have to type in any of the special characters. You can just continue and tab right off, and it will format it for you. It's got special features in there in terms of if your times are too far apart, it will let you know. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and you'll see right away that one time is out of tolerance, and they're in yellow, and you can see that they're over a second apart, and so you really want to figure out what's going on there and determine the best way to do it. Now you can still save it, but at least it lets you know. You can also see that it does the placing based on time. That's a setting also. You can have, each league is different in terms of how it does that, and you can change that if you like, and just go by places, manual places. In fact, in this case, I believe I can override the heat placement and type in what I want. Okay, and that will affect the points, of course, if I save that. You can see that I can see a status. So as I go through this process, event 1 has got 2 heats. It's incomplete. Why? Because I haven't really finalized what's happened to these other swimmers. So let's quickly just say that this was a no swim. This was a DQ by RDW, and they did a one-hand touch. Let's save and keep going. This last swimmer, let's say they did a 230 flat. Okay, close enough. And then in heat 2, let's say there was a no swim. We'll save it one last time. The tolerances will ignore And there we are. So now it's got all the points for all the swimmers that swam. It's got them in order of their times. I can see now that event 1 is complete, and I can actually move on to event 2 and continue the process until I've done all the events. Simple as that. Of course, there are things that you need to do in addition to just entering times. You might have to add a swimmer that wasn't in the heat sheet. You might move a swimmer if they were in a different lane. You can change a swimmer. Maybe the name was down wrong or something of that nature. You can scratch swimmers and events. So it's pretty easy to move kids around or add kids if you need to. Okay. And finally, we're going to go and look at a few reports. So for printable results, if you're like us, we post our results as soon as the times have been entered. So I'm going to enter heat 1, which we just entered times for. And you can see these are the 4 kids that swam and successfully completed the event. The points that they earned, the places that they earned and such. And you can print it out from here. Just hitting Control P will send it to the printer in Firefox anyway, and you can post it. So that's that report. There's also other reports. We've got reports, for instance, top times, high point, and your ribbon stickers. So if you want to do your participation or placement stickers for the events that have been completed, and I've entered other results into the system, so that's why you see that. And if I print it, it's going to also go to PDF, and it's going to fit the standard label sizes that are always used for ribbons, and here they are. And I can just print that out and on my sticker sheet, and you're good to go. So I hope that's helpful. That's probably a couple minutes longer than I wanted to go, but that's just a real high-level overview to show you that Swim Team US can actually perform the meet management function much more simply, much easier to use, much less confusion and options to select from, and really replace high tech. For those leagues and teams that are that have the flexibility to not use high tech, this might be something you consider. We'd be happy to do a more in-depth demo and show you how it can work for your league and your specific league and team rules. Thanks very much.